Hey everyone, as I'm sure probably everyone has noticed, over the last year, literally since the pandemic started in March 2020, prices have gone up, but also, and this is what I'm going to be talking about, so many of the brands that I used to say to you, don't go and buy these full price, you don't need to, hold out and you can get at least 10% off on the likes of Harrods. They do 10% off days a year, but also Farfetch, Louisa Via Roma, all places where periodically, whenever they released a coupon code or ran a promotional weekend, you could get at least 10% off the likes of Saint Laurent, Prada, Givenchy, etc. And a lot of that has stopped. And also adding to this as well, what Louis Vuitton did a month or a couple of months ago now, where they discontinued the toiletry pouch. Is all of this down to social media, or is it something more than that? I went into Prada last week, and I don't know how we got onto the topic, but oh yeah, that was it. The lady was explaining that if you want to get any of the winter items right now, that now is the time to get it, even though none of us are thinking about wanting winter clothes. But she was explaining that by the time October comes, when it does start to get cold, they've got all the spring summer collection in. So, and that makes sense, that's what happens. And she was explaining that last year during the pandemic, certain items, certain pieces were really, really popular. And normally they wouldn't necessarily bring them back again, but this year they have because of the popularity. She did also speak about price rises, and she was explaining that last year the reason for those price rises was supply was low and demand was high. And I was really surprised to hear that. And she said, yeah, it was really hard to get stock in, the supply chains were mucked up, but the phones were going, people were wanting to buy it. Plus as well, Prada at the time were losing money, probably like loads of brands actually, but she said they were losing money because their boutiques and their stores, concessions were closed. And so putting up the price was one way of clawing back some of that, but also slowing the sale of their stock so that they didn't end up in a point where they kind of didn't have that much left to sell. That's that. But when it comes to third-party retailers, Prada sell their items to those third-party retailers, and they sell them at like an agreed trade price. And then it's not Prada's problem after that. They've sold it. Obviously from a brand perspective it very much is, but when it comes to gotta sell those items because the new collection's coming in, it's not so much Prada's problem, it's the problem of the retailer that's bought it in. So why would Prada even care about third-party retailers offering these coupon codes? I think it comes down to one reason: exclusivity. As soon as you have a brand, it's not very luxury if you can get it discounted. Discounting them, I think, takes away their worth. I don't know how many of you feel the same, but Saint Laurent, when you could get them for a discount, it's actually worked on me. Here's the thing: when you could buy them for a discount, I always saw them as really good quality bags with like an iconic brand logo, and the kind of bag that actually, if you're wanting to buy something and you're wanting it to have a logo, they were great bags to get into because the price was reasonable in the first place. Then you got this 10% off, you've got yourself something iconic. All of their stuff seems to be, the designs are actually quite classic as well, so they're never really dated. But that brand in my mind was lower than brands such as Louis Vuitton, even though, in my opinion, I think the quality of Saint Laurent is a bit better than Louis Vuitton. Now that they've pulled out of these coupon codes, it's elevated Saint Laurent in my mind. I already feel that they're higher up the food chain than they were when they were offering these discounts. Another thing that's happened is if you go and look on Pre-Loved, the price of Saint Laurent bags has really gone up, what you can actually sell them for. There was a point in time where you could go onto a Pre-Loved website and buy a Saint Laurent bag for considerably less than you could even get it when you got the discount on it. Moving on to Louis Vuitton, because it's all kind of encapsulated in one, I feel. They discontinued the toiletry case, and I think I said at the time that if they discontinued it because of social media, i.e. they saw people customizing it and turning it into a bag would they have discontinued it for that? Because the market of people probably buying it for that, I don't know how big that market was, but it seems really mean to do that if that's the real reason why they've discontinued it. However, I think it comes back to exclusivity, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this below, because social media, I think, has got rid of the air of mystery around luxury brands. When I started on YouTube back in 2012 or something crazy, you couldn't see vlogs in Chanel or Louis Vuitton or any of these places. Even Harrods vlogs were very rare, and when I was doing them I felt really awkward filming because it wasn't like a thing at the time. But even then I would not have gone into the Chanel concession and filmed because I was a novice at the whole thing. And that air of mystery, I think, helps to push the brand perception. One of you made a really good point. If you have two bags and they both look the same, let's say they look like a classic flap, the one that doesn't have the logo, you're not going to sell for as much as the one that does, and yet they're exactly the same bag, because the power of that brand has got that appeal to it that a lot of us like and a lot of us want to carry around because of the gravitas associated with that brand and what that brand represents and how it speaks about the person that we are. If you think about it, we all pick brands that suit our ethics and our aesthetics. Think about the car you drive, where you go and buy your food, your favourite designer labels, your favourite actually high street stores as well. Are you sort of like a Reiss Karen Millen person, or are you more into ASOS and more online shopping? Have a think about that. Think about, yeah, one of you said to me, I drive an Audi and I'm into Chanel and I shop at Waitrose, and you were like, I never thought about connecting all those things together. Brands that in the last couple of months this year, you can't get discounts on anymore. Saint Laurent, Bottega, you used to be able to get discounts on their bags on Louise Via Roma whenever they used to do those coupon codes. I don't think you can anymore. Prada, although weirdly, I shared some coupon codes last week that I got in Louise Via Roma, and one of them actually worked on Prada, and I've got something from there that I'm going to show you that I got for the discount code. Then also Gucci, Fendi, Miu Miu. I mean, Miu Miu's part of Prada, so that makes sense that they'd both be on the same page with it. And as for Gucci and Fendi, again, you'd expect them not to discount stuff. Brands that are still in though, brands that you can still get a discount on, are Givenchy, Balenciaga, Balmain, Burberry, Versace, Louboutin and Chloe. Now, Louboutin, I think probably the only way you could get that discount is either on Louise Via Roma or Farfetch. A brand and a bag that actually wasn't included in any of the coupon codes that I found on Louise Via Roma that day. And so it makes me think, maybe this is a brand pulling out. Can I just say, Balenciaga, you can still get a discount on it on Farfetch, but I haven't found a coupon code yet on Louise Via Roma that works on Balenciaga. So yes, you can still get a discount on Farfetch whenever they do a coupon code, but you can't, I don't think, get a discount on Louise Via Roma. Anyway, it's this, the City bag. With the clothes, by the way, I've got another top. I've left the labels on because I never know if I'm going to keep them until after I filmed them, and then I can decide if they look good on or not. This was the only top that I tried it on and I thought, yeah, I like it. Plus as well, it was in the sale on there for, can't remember how much, but it was only double figures. It wasn't like triple or anything like that. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to keep this. The Balenciaga City bag in the smallest size. I'm going to demonstrate what you can fit in this. You'll be surprised because actually quite a lot fit in these. Comes with a crossbody strap that lets you wear it on your shoulder or crossbody. I like the leather, I like the quality. The actual design is well over 10 years old. I think in fact it might be nearer 15 years old, because I remember these bags when I was in my early 20s and I really wanted one, but obviously I couldn't have one. So they've been around for a long time. This, therefore, I feel is quite a safe bag to go for if you don't want to pay Chanel prices as well, because this was circa £1,000. It wasn't kind of Chanel, which is 4, 5, 6,000. Obviously I know the two brands are in completely different categories to one another. This top, I'm not sure how much you can see it, but it's there's a separate cardigan-y kind of thing that does up under the arms. Underneath here there's only one sleeve, on the other side there is a sleeve. And do you know what I thought when I saw this? This reminds me of old school All Saints. This is, you know what All Saints used to be? It was kind of quite like this, and I quite like it. And I think it was on the sale as well, it was in a sale. Also, weirdly, because that coupon code worked on Prada, I'd had these in my wish list for ages, and I put them in the shopping cart. And you know, I tell you, on Louisa V. Aroma and on Farfetch, I add stuff in bulk to my shopping cart, and then I just try all different codes and see whether one works on everything or just on one or two things. And I tried this particular code, and on those boots and Prada items it worked. Like all of the bags it worked on. I'm gonna check today to see if there's another coupon code, and if there is, I will share it here and also below in the description. Apologies everyone, I forgot to film an ending. Thank you to all of you who have got this far through the video. Please can you leave your comments below on what you think about this as well, the whole discounting thing and Louis Vuitton cancelling the toiletry case. Do you think all of the brands are trying to make back money from COVID, but also try and claw back some exclusivity as well? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the comments.